I wanted to sew myself a really easy to wear capsule wardrobe for spring, these are the 5 pieces I would sew. Now, I'm not suggesting that you might want to only have 5 pieces in your spring handmade wardrobe, but I think in sewing these 5 key garments, you've got a really good basis for being able to put together wearable outfits that are going to make it really easy to get dressed in the morning. So a capsule wardrobe isn't about sewing less for the sake of it, but it is about making sure that all of the garments that you are sewing work really hard for you. For spring, I like to focus on versatile layers, easy separates, and pieces that can be dressed up or down. So let's get into the 5 garments that I think you need to sew in order to be able to create this easy wardrobe. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you a few outfits that you could put together just by using these 5 garments. So stay tuned for that. Piece number 1 is a really well-fitting pair of jeans or trousers. So the silhouette of these jeans or trousers can vary depending on your own personal preference. You could choose a pair of wide leg jeans or trousers, maybe tapered leg or even straight legged. And because we're talking about going into springtime and hopefully we're going to be dealing with some warmer weather, the fabrics that I would choose for my jeans or trousers would be quite lightweight. So if I'm going for jeans, I would want a nice lightweight denim. If I'm going for trousers, then I'll be thinking of maybe linens and possibly cotton twills, something nice and breathable. I think you can make this piece work wherever you are in your sewing level. If you're more on the beginner side of your sewing, then you could sew a nice easy to sew and easy to fit elasticated waist pair of trousers. You already know that I love the Tyra trousers by Plow & Patterns. This is a great pattern for beginners. I also love the Sapphire trousers by Tilly and the Buttons. Those are great for wide leg trousers. There's also the Tilly and the Buttons Winnie trousers if you prefer a more tapered leg, or the Stylark bob pants. If you're more of a straight leg trouser wearer, then I also found this New Look pattern, New Look 6005, and I thought that looked lovely, easy to sew and easy to wear for springtime. For more advanced sewists, you could try something like my latest favourite trouser pattern, the Protea pants by Paradise Patterns. This is a really great pattern for a pair of wide leg trousers. I absolutely love it. If you're wanting to sew a pair of jeans, then I also love the Dawn jeans by Megan Nielsen. This is great for a variety of different leg styles. For tapered trousers, the Merchant and Mills Eve look great. I haven't sewn these, but they look a really lovely sort of more tailored style pair of tapered trousers. And there's also the Atelier Scammit Allure trousers for a nice straight leg pair. Piece number 2 is at least one, because I'm talking about only 5 garments, but it's always useful to have 2, I think, of this particular garment, and that is a basic tee or knit top. So pieces like this are often the most worn in our wardrobes, aren't they, because they are just so versatile. So for me personally, I love really focusing on making these basics the best that they can be in terms of fit and in terms of the fabrics that I'm choosing to use. So the types of fabric that you might choose for this knit top are really sort of personal preference, I think. You could choose a cotton jersey, or perhaps a knit linen fabric, or even a really light wool. Since we are coming into springtime and not quite into summer yet, you might want that extra little bit of warmth. You could choose a rib knit if you want something a little bit more fitted and clingy. And another fabric that I personally really want to try in the form of a knit top this springtime is Ponte Roma or double knit. There are loads of heavyweight t-shirts in on the high street at the moment, and I think they look really classy and a little bit of a step up from your usual sort of casual cotton jersey t-shirt. So depending on the type of look that you want from your knit top and t-shirt, I would choose my fabric accordingly, and also think about the type of jersey or knit fabric that you feel the most comfortable in. So I think most t-shirts will suit an advanced beginner level sewist. It's always good if you have a little bit of experience sewing with knit fabrics, but on the whole, generally, t-shirts can be pretty easy to sew and very quick to whip up. There are a few t-shirt pattern recommendations. Ones that I always love to recommend are, first of all, the Jessie t-shirt by True Bias. This one is a free pattern, which is always a bonus. You just need to sign up to the True Bias website and you can download this pattern for free. I've tried quite a few different t-shirt patterns now, and this one always comes out as my favourite for an oversized boxy looking t-shirt. My favourite for a more fitted tee is the Agnes t-shirt by Tilly and the Buttons. It's actually what I'm wearing today underneath this shirt. It works so well as a layering piece. Another t-shirt pattern which I absolutely love the look of but haven't actually sewn up yet is the Closet Core Max tee. This one I think looks a little bit more on trend and really classy, so it would work really nicely as a workwear capsule piece. Moving on to piece number 3, and that is a button-up shirt or blouse. I personally love a button-up shirt in the spring and summertime. I just find them so versatile and really easy to wear. So in a white, cream or even a blue and white stripe for endless outfit potential and layering opportunities. So with a shirt you can either wear it buttoned up and tucked in just on its own, you can wear it open similar to how I'm wearing it today, or you can wear it underneath things as well. In terms of fabric choices, I would be thinking again about something nice and breathable as we do go into the warmer months. So something like perhaps a cotton or a light cotton gauze, even a double gauze if you prefer the softness of double gauze. Linen is always great for shirts too, and it's really breathable. If you're someone that loves a bit of drape like myself, then you could use a viscose or a rayon too. So while I do think it's best to probably have a little bit of experience before attempting a shirt, there are some sewing patterns out there for shirts that are easier than others. So for beginners, I would recommend perhaps the Frida shirt by Tilly and the Buttons. I've not sewn this one yet, but I'm recommending it because I know that over on their website they have quite a lot of tutorials and workshops and things to go along with this pattern. So if you are a beginner, it might be worth signing up and following along with one of those to teach you all of the shirt making techniques that you might not already be familiar with. Another pattern that I love to recommend for beginners for shirt making is the Logan Shacket by Stylark, and that is actually what I'm wearing today. So the Logan Shacket is more of a sort of relaxed oversized style shirt, and it doesn't include some of the more difficult tailoring techniques that you might find in a proper shirt, if you like. Another really good beginner blouse pattern is the blouse by the Avid Seamstress. This one is a good one if you want something a little bit sort of pretty and feminine. It has a different kind of style to it. Rather than having a collar on a stand, it just has a stand collar, and the sleeves are elasticated for a more sort of relaxed look and feel. If you are that bit more advanced, then I really love the Archer button up by Grainline Studio. This one is much more sort of tailored, and it does feature a lined yoke. Another really lovely shirt that I would love to try is the Jenna shirt by Closet Core Patterns. This one looks really classy, I think, and it has a lovely oversized boxy feel to it. You can also use this pattern to sew up a dress as well, so it's really good value for money. If you're someone that prefers a more fitted shirt or blouse, then the Itch to Stitch Lay-On shirt is a really good one to try. This one has princess seams, so it's much more fitted, and I would say this is really well suited to a workwear capsule wardrobe. Piece number 4 is a layering piece, and I've kept this one a little bit more personal and given a little bit more choice. So for this layering piece, I want you to think really carefully about your own lifestyle and what you already have in your wardrobe. So for this layering piece, you could choose either a lovely cardigan, a lightweight jacket, or even a blazer. And all of these things are really good for changing temperatures, cool spring mornings, and they're really good for practical layering as well. So fabrics to think about here, I would go for, again, more lighter weight fabrics. So if you are planning to sew a jacket, go for something lighter like a cotton, twill, or even a linen, rather than a heavyweight wool or tweed. And with your cardigan, maybe go for something like a lightweight, more drapey knit, rather than a heavyweight sweater knit, for example. In terms of choosing your colour for this garment piece, I would again think about what's already in my wardrobe and what would go best with what I already own. So since I do have 3 options in this pieces section, I'm just going to throw out a few pattern options that might give you some inspiration. So for a blazer, I love the blazer by the Avid Seamstress. It's a really sort of smart, casual blazer. It's semi-fitted, it's fully lined, and it has some lovely turn-up sleeves. I also really love the Heather blazer by Friday Pattern Company, and I have talked about this quite a while. It's probably time that I had a go at making it. But I really love the look of the Heather blazer for a more sort of relaxed, understated, casual style. There's also the Bella Loves Patterns Fran blazer. This one caught my eye because I thought it looked really on trend with its oversized boxy style. For jackets, I always recommend the Ilford jacket. If you're a beginner, this is a great starter pattern for a jacket. It's just So lovely and easy to sew, and it's really hackable as well. Quilted jackets are also really good for spring and summertime, aren't they? And they're really lovely and that little bit more cozy. Something like the Pauline Alice Aurora jacket would work really well if you wanted to go down this route. A garment type that works really well for springtime is a trench style jacket. I love the look of a short trench style jacket for springtime, and if you fancy giving a jacket like this a try, I really love the look of the grain line Cortland jacket. It's one that's very much on my to sew list for springtime at some point. For cardigans, I found the Stylark Palermo knit jacket. I love the look of this one because it looked a bit of a cardigan jacket hybrid and I really liked how they'd styled it in the pattern images and in the photos. It's a really good one for dressing up or wearing more casually. So in the pattern images, they've obviously used quite a chunky rib knit, but I think for springtime you could definitely use something more lightweight and drapey. The pattern actually says that you can use any knit fabric with a bit of drape, so it's a really good versatile pattern. I also love the look of the Jennifer Lawrence Juniper cardigan. This one is more fitted and more cropped, so if you are someone that prefers a more fitted style, then this one would be good for you. Piece number 5 is a second pair of bottoms or an easy dress. Again, this one could be a little bit more personal to you and your own style. If you're someone that prefers to wear trousers, then if for option 1 you chose to sew a pair of jeans, then make this one a lovely statement pair of trousers. If you're someone that does like to wear a dress going into the warmer weather and you fancy something a little bit different, then this dress is your kind of statement piece. So if I was going to be sewing a dress for springtime that I just wanted to work really hard for me, I would probably go for a nice shirt dress. Shirt dresses work really well just on their own and they're really easy to dress up and down and style in different ways. If I was going to be sewing jeans or trousers, I would go for something wide-legged because wide leg is my preferred style of trouser these days, and I feel as though a nice dark wash wide leg pair of jeans is again really easy to dress up or down. You could wear them with a nice smart blouse for the evening and a pair of sandals or heels, and likewise you could wear it with your t-shirt in the day and dress down with a pair of flats or flip-flops or trainers. For fabrics, I think again just sort of be aware that you're coming into the warmer weather. So for me, if I was going to be sewing a shirt dress, I would probably go for a linen, probably a linen blend fabric. And for jeans, I'd be looking for some lightweight denim, or even a tencel denim would work really nicely. If you're more on the beginner side of your sewing and you want to sew a pair of trousers, I would say go for any of the patterns that I mentioned earlier, but just elevate your fabric to make them that little bit more special. Other patterns that would be great for this piece are the Atelier Brunette wide leg jeans. If you're a fan of French and Parisian style like myself, then these look absolutely great. The Bella Loves Patterns Aurora dress, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, looks like a really lovely shirt dress for spring summertime. It has loads of lovely details and I think it would look great in a neutral linen. If you fancy something a little bit more simple and perhaps more easy to sew, then the Pattern Scout Ella dress looks really lovely as a simple shift style dress that would be great for layering, and I love that this comes in 2 different lengths as well depending on your own preference. So those are my 5 garments. Now let me show you at least 10 different ways that you could style those 5 garments either on their own, together, or just by adding 1 or 2 things from the wardrobe that you already own. So outfit number 1 is really classic and very simple, and that is just your simple jeans and a t-shirt look. Jeans and a white t-shirt just never gets old, and it's really easy to style up or down and just elevate slightly by adding different jewellery and accessories. Outfit number 2 is more smart casual, and that is your wide leg pair of trousers paired with your basic knit. Again, really easy to style up or down, and you could add a number of different things from the 5 garment list just to change this outfit slightly. Outfit number 4 is your polished everyday look, and that is black trousers, your knit top layered with a blazer. I love the look of this outfit because it can be really easily dressed up or down depending on the shoes that you wear. So if you want to keep it casual and everyday, add a pair of Converse trainers or pumps. If you want to make it that little bit more smart, add a pair of ballet flats. And with either of those pairs of shoes, you've got a completely different looking outfit. Outfit number 5 is a standard pair of jeans and a shirt. So with this one, I'm just going to keep it simple and have the shirt just tucked into a pair of jeans, but you could really easily add your cardigan or your knit or your jacket over your shoulders, and you've already added in a little bit of colour and texture there, just pulling the outfit together. Outfit number 6 is your layering piece with your jeans or your trousers and your knit top. So just by switching the trousers here, you've got a really similar outfit to one of the outfits that I'd mentioned before, but it looks completely different just because you've changed the layering piece. And again, really easy to dress up or down or change the look of just by adding different jewellery and accessories. Outfit number 7 is open shirt layering. So probably similar to what I'm wearing today actually. It's really easy to layer your shirt over your knit top or maybe even a vest or cami if you've already got one in your wardrobe. Add a pair of jeans, maybe ballet flats or trainers or even sandals if it's warm, and you're good to go. I love this layering look because the shirt is really easy to take off if it does get hot, or add a jumper over if it gets cold. Outfit number 8 is your elevated statement piece. So this is the piece that I was referring to at the end, and for me it would probably be my shirt dress. So with a shirt dress, I just love a dress because it's an outfit on its own. It doesn't really need any styling, but you can always make it look even better just by adding a belt, some jewellery, a nice bag and a lovely pair of shoes. If your last piece was a pair of jeans, then for this one I would probably wear my jeans or trousers just with a lovely top, and then you're good to go. Outfit number 10 is very weekend casual, and that is your wide leg pair of trousers, your shirt, and add a cardigan or a jumper over the top, which you can remove if you get too warm. I love this one because again, it's one of those outfits that looks really smart on the outset, but you can easily dress it down and keep it casual just with a pair of trainers or Converse on your feet rather than a pair of ballet flats or heels, and really comfy and really casual and easy to wear. So I really hope that gives you an idea of how you can mix and match just these 5 garments to create 10 or more different outfits that are really easy to put together. Just in case you're wondering which order I would sew these 5 things in, I would start with my basic t-shirt first. T-shirts are really quick and easy to sew up, and they're probably the basis of lots of different outfits, aren't they? Next, I would say my trousers or jeans. As soon as you've got those trousers and jeans and your knit top, you've got an outfit essentially, haven't you? Next, I would say my shirt. As soon as you've got that, you've got something to layer over your trousers and jeans and your knit top. I would then say my layering piece, so my cardigan, jacket or blazer, and then finally my sort of statement and extra piece. So let me know in the comments which, if any of these 5 key pieces you'll be sewing for your own spring capsule wardrobe. And if you are into capsule wardrobe style videos, then please do let me know in the comments as well, because I'd love to put a summertime video together for you too. If you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You can also follow me over on Instagram at Made by Sally Gauntlet, and you can also come over and join us over on Patreon as well, and I'll leave that linked in the video description. Thank you so much for watching everyone today. Happy sewing, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.